Hey, I'm Libby Rae Watson coming to you from the Delta Blues Museum in Clarksdale, Mississippi. I'm here today to talk about my friend, Mr. Sam Chatmon right here, who was somebody that I was lucky enough to meet back in the late 70s, and met him by just going to Hollandale and knocking on his door. He came to the door and he looked like something out of a story tale, you know, some kind of big guy with this beard that went all the way down to, you know, below his chest there, and his hair was pulled back, and he had on this khaki shirt and these cute little suspenders. He just looked precious. But we hit it off immediately, and we remained fast friends until the day he died. He taught me some of his music, specifically certain songs, and it was kind of funny because he would show me something on the guitar, and I would go home and I would try to practice that, and I'd come back and I'd just say, Sam, I can't get that right like you do it. And he'd say, you ain't supposed to, you ain't me. So I was like, whew, man, okay. He said, you take the song and you make it yours. So that's what, that kind of relieved a lot of stress off me with him. But I think I got the gist of his music, and I tried to talk about him and carry on. The legend of Sam Chatmon, if you don't know, he was one of the members of the Mississippi Sheiks, who were a legendary Mississippi string band that played in the late 20s and early 30s. It consisted of Sam and his brothers and family, and they all played different instruments, and they were very versatile. They could play jukes, they could play white parties, they could play anywhere because they played a very varied style of music. One funny story I can tell you about Sam, because he was a jokester. He liked to play jokes on people, and one night we were driving from my home out in Florence, Mississippi to a gig that we had with Sam and son Thomas, and it was one of those freezing bone, ache cold Mississippi nights. And we got in the car, my little Pinto, and we're chugging down the road, and I mean, it's freezing. I'm like, Sam, I'm so cold, my teeth are chattering. He said, mine's chattering too, and they's at home in my drawer. And we both got a good laugh out of that. So that's my good friend Sam Chatmon. I sure do miss him every day. Again, I'm Libby Rae Watson here at the Delta Blues Museum. If you haven't been here, the exhibits here are incredible. You need to come to Clarksdale.